Is it difficult being a person of faith in the horror industry among publishers, readers, and other writers who are not? Generally speaking, no, it's not difficult being a person of faith. I've been public about my faith for a good portion of my writing career, especially doing this podcast and having authors on it. It's pretty clear where I stand in a lot of ways. A lot of times I agree with people more than I disagree with them, and so that has not been an area of conflict with a lot of folks. Where my faith doesn't present itself in an antagonistic way that oftentimes Christianity is presented. So my own stances, I don't know if you'd say apart from faith, but in combination with my faith, has made it a little easier for me to connect with people who might otherwise be threatened by the reputation of Christianity. Many of them are very outspoken about being against some of the activities of the church, and some of those criticisms are warranted. As I've done this podcast and it brought people on of different backgrounds to talk with me, including a number of authors, they very much enjoyed the conversations, being able to speak with somebody who in some cases thinks differently than them, but is able to meet them and consider their points of view and respect their points of view and have a discussion that is positive and leads to good and interesting insights that allows people to see others' lives in a way that you don't normally get to see when people are shouting at each other on talking head programs. So in doing that, I think I have represented my faith fairly well. And again, I'm probably one of the first people to criticize my own tribe about things that they do that I don't agree with, and things that they do that I don't think are in line with the Bible and don't represent the teachings and the spirit of Jesus as well as they should. So my willingness to recognize and criticize points where my people who share my religion have gone astray, I think makes people know that I'm not just a zealot who can't see areas where things need to be improved. I have spoken to a number of Christians who kind of struggle with being involved in horror, where they feel like the things are in contradiction. I don't have that struggle very much. I have a lot of respect for story, and I think the most powerful aspects of faith in the Bible are story, and words mean a lot to me. So a certain word choice, a certain combination of words, a certain expression of idea that unlocks deeper truths and higher thoughts, these things move me very deeply. And even when I look in the Bible, I see the horrific as well. I see what appeals to me in the Bible in many ways also appeals to me in horror. That idea that in the midst of darkness you can find brighter light, and in the midst of bloodshed you can find forgiveness, you can find sacrifice, you can find a God who loves you enough to die for you. And in my mind, all of that story, the light and the dark aspects of storytelling, are very powerful. So when I write horror, I don't struggle with should I take it too far, should I hold back, or should I change the story to fit a different ideology. I simply let the story be told, and I'll even tell stories from viewpoints that are not my own, just because there is an interesting story that's found there.